Afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? Let me know if you can hear me. Throw a thumbs up in the chat or comment that you can hear me, because I am going live for the first time with like a scheduled live, and honestly, yeah, I'm trying to make sure I'm doing it right. I am really excited to talk to you about some of the things going on this spring, some of the best travel destinations you should be looking out for, and also just kind of like walk around with you. I'm really excited right now. We are here in Icon Park. And yeah, if you don't know me, my name is Sarah from Travels with Sarah Faye. I love doing like adventure travel, cultural travel, and experiences. And I've written down some notes actually, because I don't often go live, but I'm really excited to share with you some of the best things to do this spring, because honestly, yeah, like I'm really excited for my spring travels, and I hope you're getting excited for yours. But yeah, I'm really excited what to expect in this live stream. I'm gonna go over some 5 destinations for this spring that are international, and 5 destinations this spring that are domestic. And it's just super exciting. Like, I've done so many fun things in different springs in the past, and this year I'm going to be, oh, let me know if you can hear me, by the way. I'm going to be going to Jamaica, possibly Egypt, and yeah, the sky's the limit when it comes to create like where to go. And honestly, this is the best season, especially before the summer, to go to certain places like Florida or Europe, for instance. You're going to want to go in the spring, because look at this weather in Florida right now. It's like honestly amazing. But yeah, so let me think. I want to encourage you guys to ask questions. Let me know in the comments where you're going as well, and what plans you have, so I can kind of like help you out if you need any advice for that. But yeah, right now I'm here in Icon Park, and this is just like one of the places that you should definitely go when you're in Florida and in Orlando. Definitely. It's like the end of spring break right now, so there's actually quite a lot of people here. So let me know in the comments if you can hear me. Please, that would be like amazing. I want to make sure that you're a-okay in terms of being able to listen to me, and I'm going to start a Q&A so you guys can tell me where you're going this spring and we can get interactive. But yeah, there's so many places this spring that I'm excited for me to go, and also places that I definitely think you should go. One sec, I'm just typing this out. It's like hard to do 2 things at once, but I'm really excited about this. Like, going live right now is definitely a new thing for me, but I'm really excited to make this a more common occurrence. But yeah, so some of the places domestically I think you should definitely think of going. One of them I recently went actually, and that is Sedona, Arizona, and Grand Canyon. Like, honestly, the spring is the time you're gonna wanna go there, because in the summer, you're going to have to deal with making reservations. I'm gonna like walk around so we aren't stuck here. Oh, let's see. Hopefully the gimbal is working. I'm just using this new gimbal. One sec. I know this is like, why isn't it working? Let's see. All right, there we go. I think it's a little bit better now. Oh no. But yeah, so definitely go to the Grand Canyon of Sedona this spring. It is beautiful in Sedona, Arizona. And while a lot of people go to the Grand Canyon, they often don't realize like you can go nearby to Flagstaff and then Sedona, Arizona, which has beautiful red rock country that you're going to love, honestly. I just went there. It's a very spiritual place, a very great place for wellness, for hiking. And honestly, if you're traveling solo and you want to go hiking, that's the place to do it. I felt so safe. There's so many people on the trails constantly. And while some people don't like that, I think when you're traveling solo and you're hiking, you're going to want to do something where there are other people on the trails and they're well marked as well. But yeah, Sedona, Arizona was really good. I ended up doing van life with Travelers Auto Barn to do that road trip. And the weather in the spring would definitely be perfect, because it was quite cold for me, honestly. And yeah, definitely better to go in the spring, I think. although winter was pretty cool as well. But yeah, like Sedona, Arizona is definitely a place to go. And then another road trip that I would do this spring is Utah. I'm gonna like move away from here because it's a little loud. But Utah is actually absolutely like really beautiful. I went there with my mom and we did a road trip and we went to no sorry, hi. And as you can see, people, if you do come to Florida, people are super friendly actually. But yeah, like, where was I? Sedona, Arizona, great for hiking, great for wellness retreats, yoga, and like a very spiritual place where people like go and really enjoy it. They say there's like these spiritual vortexes there, and it's absolutely good. Then what else? Utah, the Utah road trip. I did the Big 5 road trip with my mom. Where did we go? We went to all the national parks there. There's so many, and that's why I think that's a really great place to go this spring. You can start off flying into Vegas, and then you can rent a car and go to Zion, Bryce Canyon National Park, then go to Capitol Reef National Park, which is actually a really slept on national park in my opinion. There is so many, like, it was really pretty. You could go there and get these like awesome apple pies and see like this old farm that like had been there like from the settlers and pioneers of the past that had go on there to settle. And they have a lot of good glamping options as well around there. And what else? I loved when we went to Moab, we ended up going to Arches National Park and also Canyonlands National Park. When you go there, it's definitely good to go when it's like less crowded, because especially again the national parks in the summer are going to be swamped. So this spring I definitely highly recommend you go and check it out, because you're not going to want to, you know, be there and like possibly get to Utah and then you're going to not be able to get the reservations you need and not be able to do all the national parks at once. And another tip I have for the spring, especially for national parks, is, you know, even if you don't get into a national park for some reason, right? There's a lot of national forests nearby. There's a lot of different national monuments. Like when I was in Flagstaff, there's 3 national monuments you can go see. Whoopatawkee National Monument. What else was there? Walnut Canyon, which was awesome. As well as the third one, Sunset Crater. And I have more information about that on my channel. But yeah, other than that, where is my third spot I think you should go this spring in the US? Domestically, I would say Florida. I know I might be a little bit biased since I'm from Florida, but look at this weather right now. There's 0 humidity. It's so nice to walk around to enjoy like the sights right now. This is International Drive. So even if you're not going to the theme parks, there are things to do. This is Icon Park. Then there's Point, Live at Point. There's Fun Spot. There's all different types of things outside of the parks. And something exciting happening in Florida is going to be the opening of Epic Universe, which is the new theme park at Universal Studios in Orlando. And that is coming out like for everybody in May. And yeah, there's so much excitement and buzz right now. They're doing team member previews and whatnot. But one festival that I've been like enjoying has to be the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. They have like all different types of food as you go around the World Showcase in Epcot. And that is just so beautiful. They have all these topiaries themed after basically Disney's favorite characters like Moana. And yeah, you can see like Toy Story themed ones, gardens from Inside Out. It's definitely a place to go check out, and it's beautiful this time of year too, because you're not going to be sweating a lot. And if you come like in between the time after spring break and the end of the festival, which ends June 2nd, you're going to have a lot less people and yeah, less wait times, and it's not going to be super humid and so hot that you won't enjoy your time there. Honestly, I always enjoy my time at Disney, but in the summer it does get extremely hot, so you're going to want to watch out for that. Other places in Florida that I'd recommend to go this spring are the beaches. I mean, right now it's like the perfect weather because you get the sun in the daytime and then like the cool sea breeze at night. And in the spring, it's going to be like, there's so many different events happening right now. Tortuga Music Festival is happening, Ultra is happening in Miami, and Music Week is happening in Miami, then you can just like honestly go anywhere. We just did the Strawberry Festival that ended now, but there's always something going on in Florida, especially in the spring, because everybody's just trying to enjoy the really nice weather we have during this time. And yeah, I just love it. I like Anna Maria Island. That's a like hidden gem, I think. A lot of people don't go there. They go to like St. Clearwater and St. Pete. But when you're here, I definitely suggest you go towards Sarasota and some of the beaches that way. And yeah, of course, I like Orlando a lot. But there's so many things to do in Orlando as well, other than the theme parks. You can go to the springs, and the natural springs in Florida are honestly so beautiful. You can go to, let me think, Wekiva Island. You can go to Wekiva Springs. You can go to Blue Springs State Park and see manatees. You could go to De Leon Springs, where you can go and make your own pancakes. But yeah, there you could see a lot of wildlife too, possibly some alligators if you really want to get like some Florida wild. And of course you could do the fun stuff like airboat rides and going to Gatorland in Orlando. Those are always like fun. But yeah, thanks. And let me know, guys, I have the questions Q&A box up if you want to tell me where you're going already this spring, and if I brought up anything that you have questions about, let me know in the comments. But yeah, another place, Puerto Rico. I love Puerto Rico. And the best thing about Puerto Rico is you do not need a passport to go to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is like so beautiful. Like start off in San Juan, stay there for a couple of days, go through Old San Juan, go to the fortresses there. They're UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And you can go to the Bacardi House if you drink. Like I don't, but I went there for an event and it was still very beautiful. And then get a car rental, go drive around the island. It's not that big. Go to Rincon, learn how to surf, or just enjoy more laid back aspects of Agua Dia, and have some of like we have like some of the most beautiful water in Puerto Rico. And snorkeling. You can also do bioluminescence tours. I kayaked in two different places. Well, one place we swam, in one place we kayaked to see bioluminescence. And they have some of the craziest like bioluminescence, which is like basically when you're swimming, all this stuff blue, like, I don't know, it just lights up the water at night. I don't know how to describe it. I'm not a scientist, but it's definitely really cool. Sorry, I'm just crossing the street right now. And here's something else we have in Orlando. The world's tallest swing. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I did that once and that was enough, but it is definitely worth trying while you're in town in Orlando. We can go sit there because my arm's getting tired, and I'll talk a little bit more about like what else to do. We're already on number 4 domestically. Boston's definitely good for the spring. Good call, Mom. Yeah, Boston in the spring is very nice because, like, I mean, more so getting into May, because it's not going to be as busy as we said. Like going during the spring is often like a great time to get away from the, how should I say it? Like the heavy, like the big seasons where you're going to have like so many people that you're going to be waiting in a lot of lines, having a hard time getting reservations. And yeah, just definitely I would recommend going in the like spring to Boston. That wasn't on my list, but it definitely should be. But yeah, Puerto Rico, where else did I go in Puerto Rico? You can go to Vieques, which is an island off the coast of Puerto Rico, which is really beautiful. They have wild horses on the island. You can rent a golf cart, take it around the island to just enjoy the beautiful beaches and scenery. And the food, of course, you get to get mofongo while you're in Puerto Rico. It's like just amazing. And yeah, I just had a really good time with my mom. I have an article on my blog too for some of these places, especially like the road trip in Arizona to like Sedona and Flagstaff from Vegas. I have that on my website. And of course I have YouTube videos for Utah road trip, basically doing all the national parks. You can get so many more details of those trips there. What else? Yeah, so here we go, number 5. One place that I really like in the US in the spring, because in the summer, let's be real, it gets like so hot, is Texas. And Texas in the spring, there's a few places that I love in Texas, like San Antonio. It's really cool. It's very multicultural. And, you know, you can go see the Alamo, go see all the different missions. And if you're like me in the summer, it was a little crazy. I like went and I did this bike trip and it was so hot. It was like 100 plus, maybe 110 degrees. And I like, yeah, died, honestly. One sec, I'm turning on my gimbal again because it shut off for some reason. But yeah, we did a bike trip to the different missions there, and that was really cool. Another place that I really love is Austin, Texas. It's so fun, the music scene there. They just had South by Southwest festival there, but even in the spring you can go there, you can see like the bats like migrating and like what else. Yeah, I don't know, it was just like really fun. I went to 6th Street, which is like a street with like a lot of lively bars and stuff. Very fun. Sorry. Like, yeah, we're on iDrive, which is one of the main tourist drags here. But yeah, really still worth it. And, oh, this is great. Orlando looks great. I went to the Naples area once and saw part of the Florida Panther Refuge. Oh yeah, Naples, Florida is really nice as well. I went to Marco Island and saw like the most dolphins I've ever seen in Florida, but it is definitely a great place, Naples, Florida as well. But yeah, this is like the main street here, and yeah, iDrive, it connects, you know, Universal, it connects towards SeaWorld. Yeah, we have like actually, I think it's like 18 theme parks in Orlando, which is quite a lot. And yeah, I definitely suggest Florida, of course. And all the beaches in Florida, there are so many places. Destin is one that's on my list, and I have not been, but I do want to go. But let me get back to Texas before I get distracted. I love Florida, of course. But yeah, like Texas is having the blue bonnets right now, and that has been on my list for a while to see the blue bonnet fields. And let me see, what was the city again? I think it's yeah, I don't remember the town, but there's like an area and you can see all the blue bonnets. But yeah, right now, if you're just joining, I'm just gonna do like a brief overview. I'm talking about the destinations, and we're still in the domestic destinations of where to go this spring. So far we covered Sedona, Arizona, Flagstaff, Grand Canyon, beat out the summer crowds at the national parks, especially in places like Utah where they have 5 national parks. And then we talked about Florida, Epcot Flower and Garden Festival, and also all like the exciting news surrounding Epic Universe opening up this spring. And then of course a road trip in Puerto Rico, going to San Juan, going to Rincon, Aguadilla, go all around the island, and then fly to Vieques, a beautiful island with like wild horses, or Culebra, I think is the other island that's very nice. But yeah, right now we're on Texas, and I've talked about the blue bonnets season, which is very beautiful, and I see photos from it and it's absolutely amazing. Then of course Fredericksburg. I went to Fredericksburg, and honestly it's in like the wine country of Texas, and I don't drink, and I was wondering what I was gonna do there. But it is the cutest, quaintest town with the best glamping. I did the Stayonera experience, and it was awesome. I had this like beautiful wooden cabin that was shaped like this like eyeglass with my own little pool, and it just was very relaxing, and the food was so amazing there, and their peaches are amazing there. I forgot the name of the place, but I do have a YouTube video for that as well, an article on my website about Fredericksburg, because that place is such a hidden gem and some place you need to visit. It's between San Antonio and Austin, Texas. So if you go to either Austin, like we talked about, or San Antonio, I definitely recommend adding Fredericksburg, because that place was like so fun and I loved it. And what else? Yeah, I have other places that I want to go to in Texas too. They have Big Bend National Park, and then Marfa, Texas. That's on my list one day to go to as well. But yeah, so far we have completed the 5 top places I think to go for this spring, especially to beat out the summer heat and summer crowds. So I'm going to go on to the next thing, is where to go internationally from the US to experience the best of spring travel. And here's a few that I have. Netherlands and Amsterdam. Like this place, Netherlands and Amsterdam, I'm gonna like walk around a little bit while I talk about this, because I love Netherlands. And yeah, there's so many, oh, sorry. Time to let me get this I don't know why this doesn't want to stabilize right now. Sorry, guys. There we go. Maybe this will help. Yeah. Why isn't this working? There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna walk a little bit because I'm getting tired of sitting down. But yeah, so first place on my list of places to travel internationally this spring, I would say one of my favorite international trips that I ever did was to Amsterdam in the Netherlands. I've been there quite a few times, but going in the spring in April is absolutely like really a good time to go. Sorry, I'm like, why isn't this wanting to say like, all right, and it really was a really good place to go. They have the Tulip Festival at the Keukenhof Gardens, and okay, I hope I don't get, what is it called, copyright strike because this music is very loud. We'll walk by very quickly, sorry. But the Keukenhof Gardens are really beautiful, and they're located not far from Amsterdam. So when you're in Amsterdam, you won't have to worry about going too far. You hop on the train and you can go to the Keukenhof Gardens and see all the beautiful tulips and the windmills of the Netherlands, which are really beautiful. And the spring weather there is really nice as well. I remember going there and it was all sunny and everybody was super happy. And another time I went for King's Day, which was on the King's birthday. They have like a giant celebration. Everybody wears like the bright orange, and yeah, that was an experience. People go on the boats through the canals of the Netherlands and just have a huge party. Like literally everywhere, like every big DJ in all the world comes there almost to celebrate. Why doesn't this want to work for me? Sorry, guys. But yeah, every DJ basically from around the world comes to like DJ there. There's parties, people are like selling stuff on the streets, and yeah, it was one of the most fun times that I've had in the Netherlands. And what day is that on? That's like April 22nd or April 27th. But yeah, also, guys, one thing to know, if you want to send me a super chat, there's super chats, and my goal was to get one super chat before the end of this live stream. But yeah, the Netherlands, definitely go there. King's Day, it happens throughout the whole country, so even if you're not going to Amsterdam, you could check out The Hague, which is pretty cool, Rotterdam, or like, yeah, Amsterdam definitely is the main place to go for that. And then, where else is on my list? I want to find another quiet place to sit for a second. It's actually quite loud here. This is iDrive for you though. There's always something going on. Many tourists are here, and yeah, just going to hold that there. But let's go walk a little further. But yeah, the Netherlands is really fun, and even if, why is this shutting off on me? Sorry. Let's see where we can go. But yeah, the Netherlands, where else? I went to, you could go to Anne Frank's house there, and then also The Hague is nice because they have this huge long beach area that usually has like beach clubs in the summer, but I'm sure it's pretty nice in the spring as well. And where else can you go? I'm trying to think. The Van Gogh Museum was pretty nice as well. And yeah, I'm trying to think. It's just, I love the Netherlands. People are very nice there, and I'm very tall and they're very tall, so it makes me not feel like a giant when I'm walking around the city. Okay, one sec. I'm taking a moment. Where else is on my list to go? Jordan is one place that I just recently went to, and honestly, I can tell you it is by far one of my favorite places. Yeah, number 2, Jordan, because in the spring when you go there, the weather is like amazing. Like fall or spring to me is, and even winter, honestly, Jordan's an all around year place that you can go and visit, and there's so many things to see there. You can go see Petra. You can see Wadi Rum and go to the desert and hang out with Bedouins and go to a Bedouin camp. Do glamping there as well. Go to Aqaba. Go diving in the Red Sea. Go to the Dead Sea and float around and have fun. It is actually a lot of fun. And go to a wellness escape and retreat there. They have like great hotels and spas at the Kempinski, Move and Pick. And those are just two to name. But yeah, very nice as well. Then another place that I went to, not last spring, but the spring before, was Malta and Sicily. And you can see those videos. I did a whole series going to Malta, Sicily, and then Naples. But Malta and Sicily during that time were amazing. And there were not a ton of people there. So it was really nice to be able to go around to some of the places like Gozo and also to Valletta, the main capital, and not have to like worry about not being able to go see things or, you know, having just a ton of people in my photos and videos. So that was nice as well. It was a little cooler, so the water you have to know is pretty cold. Like, I don't believe I went swimming in the water while I was there in the ocean. It's a little loud, but I like it. And yeah, you can see all about that, but that was one of my favorite trips I've taken in the spring. And yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, I think Malta is definitely a slept-on place, at least for Americans. Like, they all go to Greece, but then they forget about like going to Malta. And Sicily is like, just the food was really amazing. You can go to see where they filmed Game of Thrones in Malta, or you could go see where they filmed The White Lotus in Sicily, which was filmed at the Four Seasons in Taormina. And that was a really beautiful place. That city is so beautiful. There's so many different ruins and so much history in both Malta as well as Sicily. I just loved it. Oh, I'm getting out of breath walking around. I'm gonna have to find a seat soon. But yeah, there's like so many places that I could put on this list for spring, but those are just like some of my favorite. And you know, like even Jordan, like in the spring, or places like Morocco or Egypt, definitely the weather is that's the time to do it. Honestly. Thank you for the super chat, Angel. That looks really pretty, actually. Nice teal blue. And we made our goal. And yeah, another place to go is Iceland in the spring, because as it becomes summer, they have so much daylight that like it takes away from one very, very important thing that a lot of people love to go to Iceland for, and that is the Northern Lights. So if you go in the spring, you can still catch Northern Lights. I went in March before to Iceland, but even if you go in April and stuff, you have a chance to see the Northern Lights and probably have good weather as you do a road trip around the country, which I definitely recommend. Do the Golden Circle, go to Reykjavik, stay a few nights, and I stayed at Hotel Ranga, which is known for the ability to see the Northern Lights there. You can they have like actually a wake-up call, and they wake you up. So if they show the Northern Light or the Northern Lights are out, they will wake you up and give you a wake-up call. So you can go catch them, and they give you everything you need so you can stay warm as you watch for them. But yeah, Iceland's amazing, honestly. They have like 15 hours of daylight during that time, versus in the winter you could be there and it's like almost completely dark all the time. Oh, that sounds very loud. Sorry, guys. I'm afraid of getting like a copyright strike, so that's why I'm like walking away from the music for a minute. Oh, it's like a bike. Okay. I do like country music. Something about me. Oh my god, that's so loud. Oh, wow. And then another place that you can go this spring, internationally, I think, which is really cool, and I really want to go back to, I went in high school, was Japan, and they have the Japanese cherry blossoms. A lot of people go for that, and my friend's actually there right now, going all over Japan for 2 weeks to see the cherry blossoms. Jealous. I definitely want to make it out there one day. But yeah, those are just like a few places, you can go to this spring internationally. And I even have things that I'm going to that I haven't put on the list yet, and I'll talk about that and some of the plans right now that I have for the channel. Hi. But yeah, what else are we going to talk about? Yeah, some other places that you can go. And right now I've been making a series on my channel about it is Ireland. Ireland is really amazing to travel to, especially, during the spring, because in the summer it becomes super busy, inexpensive. But when you go in the spring, less people, you can go to places like Kilmore Abbey, Westport, and while the weather might not always be predictable, it is definitely less people, less money for the hotels. And Ireland can be very expensive, so I definitely recommend to go check it out in the spring. I like going there when you can go and not be overrun by a ton of people. Last year I went for St. Patrick's Day in Dublin, but then me and my mom stayed for 2 weeks road tripping around the country. We went to Northern Ireland and did the coastal route. That video is coming out soon, so be sure to subscribe if you don't already, because I'm really excited for that video. I've been putting it together and love it. And yeah, Ireland, all over. We've been to Galway, we've been to Mullinhead and Donegal and Sleevesley Cliffs of Moher. We've been to Kilkenny, Killarney, Dingle Peninsula, Killarney. There's so many beautiful places. Cork, and then or in Kinsale is nice right outside of Cork. So definitely recommend that. I'm gonna have some coffee in one sec. But yeah, it's definitely, Florida's funny. This is iDrive. Why do you just keep doing that? Sorry, guys. And then what else? I'm going to talk about something else that is very cool, is traveling around for some of the spring festivals. There's ones that I really want to go to. I mentioned the cherry blossoms in Japan, but internationally, there's Europe's Easter markets. And they do those in Austria and Germany, which I really would like to go to one day. I've never been to the Easter markets. I've been to the Christmas markets, which I just published about doing the Viking cruise and everything with that, and that was amazing. But you could also do the Easter markets, and I've heard great things about those, especially in Austria. And then another thing that's on my bucket list one day would be to go to Cinco de Mayo in Mexico. So May 5th, you could go to Mexico and celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And other things I brought up, the Keukenhof Tulip Festival in Amsterdam in the Netherlands, which is really fun. I've done that. And then King's Day, which is towards the end of April. Then you also have the, one day I would love to go to Thailand and go to the Songkran Water Festival. But yeah, in the USA, there's a few different things. So if you can't make it all the way to Japan for the cherry blossoms, you could go to the National Cherry Blossom Festival in DC. And that happens late March, April. You have to check about the blooms and stuff. But yeah, then the Flower and Garden Festival, of course, in Epcot in Florida. And then you could also do one place that I love, and that's New Orleans. New Orleans in the spring is also a good thing, because in the summer it becomes so humid. I cannot it is very hot. But if you go in the spring, you can go to the New Orleans Jazz Festival, which is very fun, and I definitely recommend. I've been there during that time of year, and it was a blast. And of course, I brought up the Texas Blue Bonnets in Burnett, Texas. And then, of course, you could go to Coachella, a music festival in California. They also have Stagecoach. Another international one that I've also had in my mind, because I do like going to I like country music and I like rodeos, and that Calgary Stampede I heard is amazing for that. Then what else? Yeah, I've been through all of the top 5 international places to go this spring and top 5 domestic. I'm a little out of breath, but yeah, I have a few more things that I was gonna say and share with you where I'm gonna be going this spring, because some are not in the list. And there's honestly, this list could be 30 places or 40 places, because there's so many beautiful and amazing spots to go, whether it's in Florida, throughout the US, or throughout the world, and so many festivals. That's why my bucket list keeps growing and becomes larger and larger. And I just wanted to say that, because if something's not on this list, it doesn't mean it doesn't deserve to be, or I missed it. It's just because, I would be speaking here for hours or weeks or days. But yeah, things that I would recommend is to travel midweek if you have the option, because then you're going to get better deals, better experience flying. And yeah, so that's my trick. I like to travel midweek usually, sometimes, especially when I'm in a big city. Another thing that I would recommend is to look for best flight deals on apps like Skyscanner. I use Skyscanner, Google Flights, set Google alerts up for the places that you're thinking of going, or any of these places that I listed. And also, use eSIMs when you're traveling. I've used Nomad eSIM, I use Olafly, I've used Airlo. I definitely recommend all of them. Different places have different deals, so I try to always look and compare. And I started using Daily Drop as well to get flight deal alerts for error last minute fares, or just good deals coming up in the next few months. So I definitely recommend that as well. I've seen great deals, flights to India, flights to Morocco, Greece, Europe in the summer. It's pretty good. And what else do I have here for you? And look for kind of off-peak destinations. So instead of going to a place like Paris, which I know I love Paris, I love Barcelona, I love the big cities, London, that. Look for some places, maybe go to those places for one night or something, but then go outside of them. Go to Lyon, go to Marseille, go to the south of France, and go explore Provence, and go to some of the smaller, lesser known towns or cities. Maybe go to Brittany, and just spread out from the major hubs of travel, places like Rome. Go to where have I been outside of Rome? I went to Milan, and then I went to Verona and Bologna, and I loved Bologna, and I didn't know many people going there, but it was just an amazing experience for the food, for the people, and how warm they were. So sometimes you can have these very unexpected experiences and not even really, sorry, I was just looking at the comments. Thank you for the comments. And also let me know still if you guys have questions. But yeah, what else? Let me think. Off-peak destinations, instead of going to maybe Miami, check out Fort Lauderdale and go up the coast a little bit. Some of the beaches, basically any beach in Florida is really nice in my opinion. And I've just been very surprised by places sometimes that were not on my the major cities. And you can really have a great experience. So I definitely check out those off-peak destinations, or sometimes I call them second cities. And yeah, let me know guys if you have any questions. Of course, I know I've been talking, but I really I wanted to get all this information out and talk with you guys about it. And yeah, where am I? There's things that I'm very excited for this spring coming up. I'm going to go to South Florida a little bit. I'm going to go to Fort Lauderdale and Miami. And then I'm going to be going on the new MSC America cruise ship, which I'm really excited to check that out. And what else? We're going to go, I'm going to then fly to Jamaica. In Jamaica, I'm excited for. And I think going to the Caribbean during this time is really nice as well. Not last May, but the May before. I went to Antigua and Barbuda, and you can see that video as well on my channel. And I had an amazing time. The weather was perfect. The sun was out. Oh my gosh, it was such a good trip. The food was amazing. And yeah, I think the spring for the Caribbean is definitely a great call as well. And this spring, I'm going to be going to Jamaica. That'll be country 71. I'm really excited. I don't know what you guys think about counting countries, but I still am doing it because I want to keep track. But Jamaica, I'm really excited for. I might only stay for a couple of days. It's a short 2.5 hour flight, but I might stay a little longer and go to Montego Bay on the way out and stay there because I'm going to be more close to Ocho Rios where I'm staying. But I'm really excited for that. I'm going with another friend and travel blogger. And then after that, I might be going somewhere very exciting and a very bucket list journey. I don't know if I want to say it because I'm nervous if it's going to happen still or not. But yeah, Egypt is a possibility this spring, and I'm just if that happens, that would be out of this world amazing, and I'm hopefully everything goes to plan. And if it doesn't, then there'll be another time I end up going to Egypt for sure. I love Egyptology and all the history there and the culture, and I love traveling around the Middle East and showing you guys how it is to travel to the Middle East as well. But yeah, what else? If you want to help support my channel, there's different ways you can do that. There's membership opportunities, and I'm going to be doing more things when I did a poll about what the topic of this live should be. If you're a member, you can have first dibs in the Q&A and knowing what the topic will be and help voting for the topic, as well as sharing where I'm going to be like going or up and coming trips. And yeah, oh, there's another exciting thing that will be happening possibly. I do want to host group trips one day in the future, but I do very much feel like I want to go to the places that I'm going to be hosting the group trips to know what the experience is like before I'm like, selling you on it. That's just kind of the way I feel. Like, I've been to Ecuador, so one day if we host a Galapagos trip, that would be great because I've already been to the country, but I might be going to Pakistan too. There's a lot of maybes, honestly, in this like world and in travel blogging. Like one month you might feel like you don't have anything, and the next thing you know, you're packed and you're going to be booked and busy traveling, which is happening to my whole April is basically gone in a very good and exciting way. But yeah, it was very unexpected, and that I do love about traveling and life in general. Is being ready to say yes to different adventures. So I hope this spring you guys go on your adventures, and some of these tips and places kind of like get you thinking about like some of the destinations you can go to and different ways you can travel, whether it's traveling for different festivals that are unique to a place and will get you outside of your comfort zone to travel internationally, or get you to finally say yes to that trip domestically that you were just like, you know what, I've always wanted to go to that part of the world or part of the country, so I'm going to go there to see that festival, because that's the way that I've been able to, that has gotten me to places that I never would have imagined going to before, because I heard of a festival, I heard of an event, or something that just really struck my curiosity, and then I went there and did it. But yeah, I'm really excited for a lot of the things that are happening. And if you want, let me know if you're watching this in the comments. Let me know where you're traveling to this spring, where you dream of traveling to one spring, or like a festival you want to go to. And if any of these tips helped you, then please subscribe if you don't already, and become a member to help vote on different things and like directions of the channel going live videos for members only. And I'm gonna wrap this up soon. I've been going longer than I thought I would, but this is a good way to kind of keep you up to date. The new video for Belfast is going to be coming, not Belfast, but Northern Ireland coastal route will be coming soon. And I hope you guys have a great day, great Sunday. Happy Easter if you celebrate, happy Ramadan if you celebrate. I just want everybody to have a good day, good weekend, and good week coming up. And I'm really excited for the next video. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, have a good day. And yeah, thanks for running DC Cherry Blossom Festival. I hope you have a great spring trip. Thank you so much, Erin, and I hope you all have a good day. Bye.